Hello friends, welcome back for another game of StarCraft 2 between Scarlett and Clem. Clem Le Baguette, as I like to say it, from France versus the Queen of Blades from Canada. We had two intensive matches, the first two ones. I'm not going to spoil to say who won, so you better check them out, and if you have already, congratulations. Now in game number 3, we are on the map Inside and Out, and we are going to see who is going to win. As usual, together. I'm seeing it for the first time together with you. Standard opening. Scarlett is trying to see what is going on, sending overlords in the opposite direction, and Clem is trying to build a wall off. It's very good in case of a rush. You just have the supply depots on the barracks that is going to prevent the Zerlings to enter your base. From there, from the safety, you can shoot them down with marines. But these players respect each other and they haven't tried any shenanigans. A little bit of Liberator play at the beginning of the previous match, just as a small spoiler, and that's it. No rushes, nothing. A second base, as usually Scarlett, it's very greedy, and also one for Clem. So Clem is thinking he's a Zerg. Look at the timing, we are building in the same time. These two Zerlings are going to go to scout. By now the Reaper is ready. The Reaper are very efficient at the beginning of the game. They can climb cliffs and see exactly what is happening. And the SUV. Hey guys, are you running from an SUV? You are always going to be able to defeat one tiny SUV if there are two of you. The Reaper is just going around. Map vision is extremely important. This is the vision of Clem, trying to make sure there are no hidden shenanigans. This is the vision of Scarlett. She's trying the same. Luckily we have the vision of both, and it's easy for us because we can see exactly what is happening. This Overlord is extremely well positioned, and now already have a Queen. The Queen are very slow if they are off creep, but on creep they are very good, very efficient. Her friend is here. Hello sister. I don't know what they are saying to each other, but pretty sure they have the desire to protect their babies. That means the Zerg swarm. The third hatchery for Scarlett. It's a battle of skill and of resources. Of course, usually the army, which is bigger, it's most likely going to win. We're talking about two masters, grandmasters of this game, two awesome players that can take advantage easily if you are playing against them and they have an economic lead. The Reaper, boom. The Queen just went 2 meters high. And here the Zerlings are trying to be annoying. The Reaper is alive, and two Hellions to the rescue. Hellions are very efficient in terms of fighting Zergs, and they're extremely cheap to produce, only 100 minerals. Also, they are good in preventing creep spread and scouting. They are very fast units. Now the third hatchery is ready for Scarlett. You saw the difference of the Queen marching on or off creep. And these two, together with another two Hellions, 4 in total. Trying to be annoying, but Scarlett is on top of the situation. She knows exactly where they are going. In the meantime, we have Orbital Command dropping mules. Mules are very useful, they bring more income. In terms of army size, Scarlett is a little bit inferior, but in terms of workers, she has the upper edge. Two more Hellions, 6 in total. I'm pretty sure Clem will like to see them in the middle of the mineral lines to kill so many drones as possible. And now here we have a third orbital command. Small fight. 1, 2, 3, 2 already dead. That was a good engagement, but so does this round. So only one Alien and one Reaper are going to live to tell the story, but 2 Cloak Banshees. They look very much like the ones in Avatar, but Scar is already ready with Mutalisk, 6 in total so far. Mutalisk are very fast, and they can give you a lot of headaches. We are going to harass the mineral lines. The missile turret is not ready, but the Marines are already there. But the Marines cannot be everywhere. In the main base, the missile turret is already done. Mutalisks are extremely efficient if there are enough of them. They literally can plunge into the mineral line, destroy any missile turrets immediately, and kill a bunch of SUVs, but they are not that cheap to produce. Also, they are good because it distracts and keep at bay the Terran units. So Clem has to be careful. If he commits to an attack, the Mutalisks are ready to go for a counterattack. Very fast flying units, and while this is happening, we have another hatchery. So Scarlett is trying to be ahead. Main base, nothing serious is happening. Just a lot of mining. All of them have sufficient workers. 16, 16, 16. So this is a very good position. The Mutalisk would love to kill this tank. Tank are very good in siege mode. They can do a lot of splash damage. And its supply depot is good. 100 minerals, and also you can supply bulk. And while this is happening, Clem was thinking of a drop. Probably, or a more Mutalisk. So finally, air units. In the previous games, it was heavily all about counter-attack and attack with ground units. 3 Marines dead. Not bad at all. When you have the Zerlings plus the Mutalisk, the situation became critical in this position for Clem. Is it our French player going to be able to survive? We also have the Banshee in Cloak. A lot of workers are going down, only 40 left, while Scarlett has 60. Double the advantage. And I believe Scarlett is going to have a win. Oh, great splash damage. And also now we have the Thor. So she has to go back. But Clem is trying its best to survive. The Zerg Storm is here. All these workers are desperately trying to repair the missile turret. But while they are doing this, a lot of Zerglings are coming and killing a lot of SUVs. Is this Thor going to live? No, the Thor is dead. That is very, very bad for Clem. Another detonation. How many kills? 2 kills on this Widow mine. The supply depot is also dying. This one as well. A mule was dropped for extra income. And now Clem is going to see what he can do. In terms of army, they are pretty equal. Scarlett has an advantage. But in terms of workers, 79 for Scarlett, only 54 for Clem, which is not a good sign. And these Mutalisks are very, very annoying. They are all over the map. Now they are on the right, then they are on the left. These Widow mines are very useful. Randomly put them on the map if you play. And maybe, who knows, they are going to win you the game. Like 2 detonations, perfect timing can make a huge difference. As you just saw. And it's like hidden here. cannot barely see it. 2 kills already and a lot of splash damage. But luckily, Mutalisk can heal very easy. And while this is happening, we have Zerlings coming on this way. 9 kills on this Widow Mine. I also have Overseers. We are very good in detecting Widow Mines. So Mutalisk feel way safer together with Overseers. Overseers also can take some of the damage. Instead of destroying the units that are actually doing the fighting, you just splash the Overseer that are very beefy units. The Marines are running, trying to catch the swarm. And already here we have a sensor tower. Clem likes them, they are very useful, gives you a lot of map vision and early warning. See with the Overseer. Those with the mines otherwise would have to kill a lot of Mutalisks. And another base for Scarlett. Scarlett's so good, but so do Clem. This is an intense game, intense for me as well. Don't get me wrong, I like football to watch, but this has more adrenaline per minute. It takes them a couple of seconds to go from one base to another, while watching football it can take a couple of minutes. Now you saw Scarlett just splitting the army in two. 1-2 punches. This is what she likes. This is what she's good at. Attacking you on different fronts. These Marines are also trying to prevent and protect this flank, while these Marines are trying to protect the other flank. So this takes a lot of NPM. Is this all going to survive? No. Creating another pathway avenue for the Zerg player, for Scarlett. Scarlett is in the World Guinness Book for being the best well-played esport player in the world, female esport player in the world. If I remember correctly, like 500,000 so far. So whoever says that pro gaming is not a game, trust me, it is. It's extremely hard to pull off. You need to have a lot of dexterity. You have to think what your opponent is going to do to outsmart it, outplay it. And Clem is trying to attack. The Marauders are in front to soak up some of the damage from the Bailings. And the Thor is dead. Thor is very good in terms of fighting Mutalisk. Baiting the Zerg into the Widow Mines. Excellent split from Clem, negating the damage of the Bailings. And while this is happening, a lot of workers are dying. You can see here. This is a hero missile turret. Attack in the base, attack in the third base. And while this is happening, it was prevented by Scarlett. And Scarlett won. Non-stop attack from Scarlett. Stay tuned from game number 4. And remember to subscribe, it's going to help a lot my channel. Thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome back. This is the second match between none other than Clem versus Scarlett on the map known as Tropical Sacrifice. So I don't see any sacrifice going to happen, and I'm pretty sure this 16 minutes long game is going to be full of action. So stay with me and let's watch it together. I haven't seen the match. We are going to have a lot of fun Now, so far, standard opening. We have the Overlord that is going to the opposite direction from Scarlett in order for her to scout what Clem is doing. Clem, the Grandmaster from France, only 20 years old, versus Scarlett, 29 years old from Canada. We had an intensive first match. Now let's see the second one. Already a raffinery. Vespian gas and minerals are extremely important. Most of you know what I'm talking about. For those of you that are new to my channel or to this amazing game, it's a real-time strategy that has a solid fan base and is full of action. The second hatchery for Scarlett. Zergs are always greedy. They need to have more and more minerals than their opponents in order for them to be able to have a chance. While Terran is very good at turtling and defending, while Zerg is extremely aggressive with an advantage when it comes to early games because of the units composition. The SUV is searching, trying to make sure no shenanigans are happening. Let's see when the first Zerlings are going to appear. Where the main unit when it comes to harassing. The SUV is trying to build the second command center, an early one. And while this is happening, a Wolof and a Marine for Clem. In terms of income, pretty even. A little bit of an advantage for Clem. Clem is acting sometimes like a Zerg, trying to out-resource his opponent. In the meantime, we have the standard Reaper, but the 4 Zerlings are more than capable of dealing with him. The Reaper has the ability to recover energy, so buddy, please go. You only have 15 health left. The APM for this player is going to increase dramatically as the match will continue. I saw sometimes even 2000 APM, so that's a lot. To say the least. I can barely do maybe 100, but obviously I'm not a pro, definitely not a grandmaster. And what do we have clear here? Clem is building a startport. Scarlett has no idea about it. This is the point of view of Scarlett. This is what she sees, and this is Clem. Luckily for us, we see everything. This is a good thing about this game. Now the start port is ready. What are we going to see? Liberators, a drop, Vikings, a Liberator, an early one. And it's already set to attack Scarlett. See, this is a rally point. The SUV is going back home. And while this is happening, now we have 2 Hellions and a Reaper ready to harass, at least to prevent some of the creep tremors. Scarlett is well known for the fact that she's more than capable of spreading the creep everywhere on the map. This allows her to have map awareness and also to increase the speed and the mobility of the Zerg units. As long as they are on the creep, they can move very fast, like these 2 queens. If you look at them over here, very fast. Out of the creep, they are very, very slowly. Another 2 Hellions are joining their bodies. 4 in total on the Reaper, but already they are scouted. And this is an excellent defense point for the Terran. And now, while this is happening, we have the Liberator. The Queen cannot approach, but the Spore Crawler can. And while this is acting as a distraction, 5 Hellions are going to plunge into the mineral line. And the Liberator is dead. Yeah, it wasn't a very successful attack. In terms of unit kills, 19 for Clem, or only 8 for Scarlett. It's not a good sign. the starport. He tried his best. Now it's time for him to go home. This is a cool ability that Terran units have. All their structures are mobile, so in case there is a race base, you better be with Terran, because Terran can simply just move away in a corner and stay there. For safety, obviously. We have 4 hatcheries. We already done. The 4th on its way for Scarlett, and 1, 2 bases, and the 3rd almost in place for Clem. The orbital command center has 2 cool abilities. One, it can scan anywhere on the map, and it can drop mules. Scanning prevents for dropping more mules because it's based on energy that gathers over time. And by having a lot of crypt tumors, you basically force your opponent to scan as much as possible. So that means less economy with beefy, solid metal workers. Now we have a bunch of marines, just preventing a little bit of the creep to spread. Already Scarlett has half of the map already. And now we are steaming. Probably a scan is going to happen. Yes. It's very important to keep the creep at bay. Otherwise you'll find that Scarlett is more than capable of putting creep in your base. You don't want this to happen. Now the marines are clearing some of the creep, and again they escape. This is just a method to buy some time, but don't get me wrong, Scarlett is more than capable of dealing with harassment and to continue with the creep spread, because as 3 queens are here on duty, and we have another group of marines in the opposite side of the map trying to do the same. Clem is everywhere. This is why Clem is a grandmaster, the best that friends can offer. And these marines are dead. Only one survived to say to the others, to tell the others what happened. Now I have 3 medevacs, 2 full of marines. But already we have Bailings. Bailings are very good at exploding. And perfect timing for Clem. You see, the medevacs easily pull them from danger. Already here we have a sensor tower. The sensor tower is excellent because it allows you to have vision. We have a Widow Mine. And is the Widow Mine going to do some damage? Yes. Another one is not planted. Is this going to do? Wow, huge detonation. Look at all this splash damage. All the dead Zerlings. Non-stop aggression from Clem, now attacking the opposite corner. Is he going to achieve a lot? Not likely. And if you look at the supply, we are pretty even, pretty close. But these marines, are they going to kill the hatchery? Yes, they are, and while this is happening, you have a counter-attack. But already the command center is being uplifted. 2 Widow Mines. Excellent splash damage. Yeah, so while this attack was successful from Clem, the counter-attack from Scarlett wasn't that efficient. The command center is now going to be transformed into a fortress. And these marines overstay their welcome. They had to go back. While you have action in the bottom side of the map, action is continuing in the corner. Top left, another bunch of marines are trying to do some economic damage. Zerlings and Bailings already here, good connections. from Scarlett, and while this is happening, this base is already attacked by another huge wave of Zerlings. Cheeky Zerling was borrowed just beneath the command center. More and more Bailings. And is this going to break Clem defense? A lot of damage, but oh, that was good detonation. So a lot of workers are dead now. And again, non-stop action. Scarlett is trying to push to kill as many as possible. But now she has to strategically regroup. And the command center is once again being put in place. The SUVs are repairing it. And Clem is counter-attacking. These SUVs, these medivacs are extremely important. They keep all the Marines alive. And they act as a safety measure in case there is a surround or an impossible battle. They can immediately evacuate them. And again, Clem had to stop the fortress to being built. And while this was happening, another hatchery is being killed. Is it? Is it? No, he's going to survive. Yes, again he's trying, it's like the third time he's trying to build a fortress. Third time is a charm, as they say. And now he planted 2 widow mines for good measure and the sensor tower to know exactly when Scarlett is going to approach. This was her path of avenue of attack so far. Good detonation from the widow mines, and the Bailings are rolling. Are they going to? Oh, again, not even the third time. Oh, that got a hurt. Only 48 SUVs for Clem left versus 79 for Scarlett. Scarlett has an income advantage. You can see over here as well. Tons of minerals. So many Bailings. Non-stop action everywhere. Excellent detonation with widow mine. Already 20 kills. That's a hero widow mine. This one only 0. But from 0 to hero on this map, it's not that a long distance. These Marines are ready, fearless. This medivac and the base, the hatchery, was finally destroyed. The Marines are heading back to their headquarters. Here we have some borrow Bailings. So once they consider it safe enough, we are going to go straight to the mineral lines. Even if for us it's extremely clear that they are borrow Bailings, while you are playing it's extremely hard to see them. Because you need to pay attention in so many different places at the same time. It has a sensor tower. They are extremely useful for Scarlett, provides map vision. And the attack is going in from 2 directions, 2 angles. One in the north, one in the south. This one is to prevent this new hatchery. Excellent detonation. Liberators are coming to help the Marines. And now these Marines are going to kill another hatchery. And while they're attacking here, the rest are attacking in this direction. And there is no anti-air. And they were able to kill the first hatchery. How many kills on these liberators? 8 and 6 respectively. This queen is dead. Go, go, go. Save yourselves. Only 6 health. That's amazing. And now trying to prevent this base. 4 kills. 6 kills. But the queen and Liquid Clem finally is able to kill Scarlett in the second match. Stay tuned for the next 2 matches. My name is Keanu. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. For the final match between none other than Clem Le Baguette from France versus Scarlett, the Queen of Blades, also known as the Korean Kryptonite. She's amazing, Clem is amazing. We had 3 intensive matches, and like usual, we are going to see what is going to happen in the final match. So far, standard opening, we have an SUV building a supply depot, while Scarlett is sending her overlords to scout and to have a better awareness of the map. The first 3 matches were very intensive. We have no idea until up to the end who is going to win. This is a 20 minutes long match. So I have a strong feeling that this is going to be the same. I haven't watched the game. I enjoy watching together with you. Thank you for being here. Please subscribe and let's see who is going to win. Raffinery and the standard opening with the barracks to create a wall-off in case of a rush. Scarlett already has the second hatchery and is going to take a couple of minutes until action is going to start. The SUV is also searching for any shenanigans. Maybe a proxy hatchery. Who knows? Now we have here a Reaper. The Reaper are very good for scouting, trying to prevent some of the minerals, trying to see if he is going to be able to kill some of the drones. Spawning pole already put in place in order to prevent a non-stop circling around. And now here we have the command center for the Terran units. The command centers cost like 400 minerals, while for Zerg it costs a hatchery 300 plus 50 for the drone. Scarlett likes to expand a lot. It's very good both in macro and in micro. And Clem is a sensational Terran player. He is able to play with any race. He is one of the first and only pro StarCraft players that went to a tournament and just click random. Instead of using a specific race, he just went random. Now he's focused more on Terran. But being awesome, he is able to create a lot of counterattacks, attacks, and the Reaper is here, and outmacroing his opponent. Already the third hatchery, so Scarlett is really trying to make sure her economy is going to be great. The more you have, the better your chances is to have a better army and to win. In terms of resources, in terms of everything, like in real life, money are of the issue. The Reaper is trying to solve anything, but only 1 kill, probably a Zerling. He's circling around trying to take some of the APM from Scarlett. And in the Terran base, we have the standard factory with 2 Hellions, very good for harassing. This is how much they spend, pretty equal so far. And this is the money they have invested in active forces. 3 queens, they are perfect for spreading creep in all directions and also to keep on guard. Is he going to be able to kill that Cryptomore? No, not in time. It's too good for this. This overlord is to provide vision. The aliens are going to try their best to kill some of the cryptomorphs, maybe some juicy drones. Impossible. Scarlett is everywhere. She's too good. She has 2 queens here, 2 queens here. So she's making sure to protect both her flanks. The aliens are trying. I have to go back. 2 more friends are joining. It's also a game of numbers. The more the better. The merrier, as they say in English. Are we going to achieve anything? Nothing so far. These are the mules that are supplying more minerals. They are energy-based robots that fly from the sky with dropships apparently. Alien technology for us, despite the fact that we're talking about Terran units. The Reaper to full health, and they are waiting here for an opportunity. Are they going to achieve anything? Obviously, if it's a 20 minutes long game, we're not going to win it. And now we have something that Clem is well known for. Medivac drops. So probably the aliens are going to act as a distraction. And the Medivac drop is going to just bring the soldiers closer to the front line. Killing some of the cryptomorphs. And now we have the aliens into Hellbat mode. This is more efficient, especially when it has to deal with Zerlings, but they are way slower. In terms of army, they are pretty equal. You have to go back, you have to respect the queens. You have 7 queens. They have a lot of transfusion, and look at her go. 2 more cryptomorphs. The more you have, the better. You have map awareness, and your units move faster. Now they are injecting health into the hatchery. Zerg units and structures can recover over time, because this is their power. While Protoss is having shield regenerating, and the Terran units have these medevacs that with their beam restore the health of their units. So more you have, the more chances it is for your units to survive. 2 Widow Mines, trying to see what they can do, trying to bait a little bit the Zerg into this choke point between these 2 cliffs. The second Widow Mine is borrowed. Pascal is too good for this. She's not going to fall, obviously. Another Marine, but... And now Clem is trying to kill some of the crypto more successfully. And to see if he can finish the hatchery. Is he going to be able? No. It's a valiant effort, but no. And now he also have banelings. That was a good detonation as well. And while this is happening, the Marines are trying to continue the attack. But now Clem has to retreat. These 2 are very good. All by themselves on the cliff. Non-stop action, as I promised. You can see the Marine going to the front line, to the mid grinder in a line. Now strategical regrouping. And if you first do not succeed, try again. Killing Overlord is extremely annoying. Can supply block the Zerg. When you find yourself surrounded, the Medivac is here to help. The Queens took care of Jimmy and Paul, these 2 Marines that were here on the cliff. This sensor tower is excellent, providing a lot of vision and early warning for the Terran. Look at them walking. Steam was used. And again, some of the creep tumors. You have to respect Scarlett. Her creep spread is amazing. I've told you in previous videos, for those of you that are new to my channel, Scarlett is the, if not the best, at least the most well-known esports player. But in my opinion, she's the best. She's the only female that was able to compete and win in a major pro tournament. So girls, if you are watching this, do not think that only boys can play. Look at Scarlett. She's making everything seem so easy. She started playing during when she was young in school. Now everyone knows her. Doesn't matter if you are in Korea, Europe, Asia, America. Excellent engagement, non-stop action. And now look. That was a great special effect. It's very hard to surround the Terran units when they can just evacuate immediately. And while this is happening, here we have the train of Widow mines. Excellent detonation on the Widow mines. Now you see army, in terms of army, Liquid Clem has an advantage. It's also about the skills. And Scarlett can resist an attack. The Overseer is here to provide the vision of the Widow mines. Non-stop action. This is why I like to cast. This is why I like to enjoy pro StarCraft 2 games. And the medivacs have a boost, so during a game you can immediately not only evacuate, but can be in the opposite side of the map. This is why the creep spread is so important. Allows the Zerg to keep pace with the Terran. A non-stop action. Look at the units going to the mid grinder. And a huge amount of Widow mines. In terms of minerals and gas, we are pretty even. When you see more minerals, that means some mules were dropped. Here is the spending in terms of the economy, army value. Scarlett spent a little bit more. She has a good army, but so do Clem. Clearing some of the creep as well as preventing Scarlett from attacking. Another army going into the opposite direction, but Scarlett is ready. She already has some units. And while the Zerg army is attacking on the right, the Terran is attacking on the left. Now going back to the safety of the sensor towers. Hydralics are good because they have a lot of range. They can shoot from a distance. So you try to retreat, but they are able to catch with you. A lot of Marauders. Clem is bio heavy. Marauders are excellent because they can soak a lot of damage. So Terran, most of the pro players prefer bio. Mech is too immobile. Like you can have a lot of Thors, you can have a lot of other units, but like tanks, liberators, but they're not that fast. And you need the mobility of the bio if you are playing the Zerg. Ghost already in the mixed. They have a very cool ability, sniping. So ideally is to kill the overseers from a distance, and your mines become, widow mines become even more deadly. Two medivacs full of units. We are going to attempt a drop. And while this is happening, another command center. Non-stop action, as I promised. Thank you, Clem. Thank you, Scarlett. And now the drop inside the mineral lines. Trying to kill this hatchery. So Clem tried to kill this hatchery. Good detonation. It's like his 5th attempt. But the hatchery is not going to die. And while this is happening, excellent game. You hear the sound of the sniping. Here are the units in production. The tab is full. And now basically you have a map split scenario. Clem has the upper side of the map, while Scarlett has the lower side of the map. Great detonation. Widow mines can also have friendly fire. So it's like a double sword weapon. Yeah, you can snipe, but there's always going to be an overseer. And while this is happening, we have another confrontation here in the bottom right corner, and the hatchery was denied. Plus an extra bonus, a liberator, just for good measure. The overseer is here relaxing, and Scarlett now it's blocked. She needs more overseers and overlords. And a huge counterattack. Scarlett is finally going into action. Lurkers are deadly. Look the spines, how cool they are. Plus liberators. Clem is in big problem. Mortal danger. Scans are not cheap. That means less minerals. This orbital command center, if not uplifted, is going to die. Liberators ghosts. Yeah, Clem is going to survive. Excellent defense from the French. In terms of income, Clem has an advantage. But Scarlett is not that behind. Look at them walking. 1, 2, 3, 4 ghosts. Plus the liberator. It looks so awesome. Look at them. But now we have investors. Non-stop action. Some army value. Clem has a better value. I will just enjoy this. I know this game for 20 years. It was the first time I was in front of a computer and I saw StarCraft 1 and I was like, wow. And 20 years later, StarCraft 2 is still one of the best, if not the most amazing game there was, there will be. The hatcher is surviving, and while this is happening, Scarlett realized she has no chance. Congratulations, Clem. Thank you, Scarlett. See you next time, guys. Remember to subscribe.